Okay, the difference between quantity and also quality of energy. Okay, for quantity of energy, they cover under first law of thermodynamics. Any quantity, contoh QH equal to 500 kilojoule, W net equal to apa? 100 kilojoule. That value refer to the quantity of energy, which is covered under first law of thermodynamics. Okay. Okay. So, if you consider second law, when you calculate what called determinant efficiency for reversible process for ideal case, and you compare with the actual one, so that particular what called calculation will show you the quality of the state. For example, macam saya tunjuk tadi, kawan kamu A yang pada sasa dan juga kawan kamu B yang apa ni, yang cruise tu, kan? Kalau ikut 40 kg, kata performance dia sama. Sebab itu you based on the quantity of energy, kan? Faham tak? First law. Tapi if you compare with maximum performance, which is what called the quality of the energy, you akan tahu yang mana lagi rajin, yang mana malas. Quality dari segi rajin dengan malas lah, quality, kan? Okay. Okay. So now if you look, for example, the temperature for TL sama, maintain at 30 degrees Celsius, and you increase, you change the value of TH, for example, 9 to 5 Kelvin, so you will get thermal efficiency 67.2%. Kalau you decrease the value of TH, you akan dapat lower thermal efficiency for the maximum performance, and so on lah. Okay, so that's why when you calculate what called the thermal efficiency for the reversible process, this will give you what called the description of the quality of energy. Okay, if you compare dengan the irreversible process punya thermal efficiency. Okay, and ni we will have new terms. Normally we will learn in thermodynamics 2 the term that we call exergy. Ini kita belajar lah. Okay, exergy. Okay, tadi heat engine. So now we discuss about the heat pump. Lebih kurang sama, cuma the different in the schematic diagram and also the formula. Schematic diagram for the refrigerator and also for the heat pump. Kita balik kan, QH, QL, W net, the direction of the flow different compared to the heat engine. Okay. Okay, coefficient of performance, general formula COPR 1 divided by QH divided by QL minus 1. Kan originally dekat sini apa? Q out divided by Q in, kan? Betul tak? Okay, for COP. For reversible process, instead of you use QH and also QL, you just change with TH and also TL. Okay, for the maximum performance, the best performance for the refrigerator and also for the heat pump, you need to consider reversible process, and the formula is this formula, where the formula you just consider the temperature at the source and the temperature of the of the high temperature source and the temperature of the low temperature source or sink. Okay tak? Ada beza tak tadi dengan heat engine formula? Heat engine formula apa? Thermal efficiency kan versi OPR kan? Thermal efficiency 1 minus TH over TL. But for COPR, 1 divided by TH over TL minus 1. For heat pump, it's the balik, the reverse. Beza kan? Ini TL over TH. Okay? So we consider this formula. If you calculate by using this formula, the formula will give you the maximum performance of the refrigerator and also for the heat pump. Kalau minta maksimum, tapi kalau actual dia akan dapat bawah. Okay. For example, the temperature TH equal to 300, TL 227 Kelvin. If you calculate by using this formula for refrigerator, you will get 11. COPR tak ada unit ada unit. Tutup mulut, kereta masuk. Dalam kelas semua muak Okay. If you consider actual process, so the COPR must be less than maximum, betul tak? Katakan 7 lah, ni example 7. Impossible COPR, your COPR greater than 11. on the COPR or COPHP for reversible process. So if the actual COP less than COP reversible, and the process is irreversible process, equal reversible process is greater, is impossible. Betul? Contoh, the question asks you after you calculate maximum performance and also the current performance of the system, the question asks you, what kind of process, is the process impossible or possible? Contoh. So you need to check, compare the current value, the actual value with the maximum performance of the system. Boleh? Okay, example. Ini example. Tengok, TS diagram. Dia dah bagi kan. A Carnot refrigeration. So now refrigeration cycle executed in a closed system in the saturated liquid vapor mixture region using 0.8 kg of refrigerant. So sekarang pakai refrigerant. So now sometimes you need to implement what you have learned in chapter number 2. Okay, chapter number 2. As the working fluid as shown in the figure. So this is in terms of shape, the shape represents the Carnot cycle. Maximum temperature already given 20 degrees Celsius, which is TH. Minimum temperature negative 10 referred as TL. Okay. So you have QH, QL. Ini tak apa. So maximum and minimum temperature is 20 degrees Celsius, negative 8 degrees Celsius respectively. It is known that the refrigerant is saturated liquid at the end of the heat rejection process. Mana satu? Kalau based on the number, which point refer as end of the heat rejection? End of the heat rejection. Heat rejection yang mana? Heat rejection mana? Heat rejection. Heat addition, heat rejection. Yang mana satu reject? Q apa? QH ni adalah heat rejection. Dia keluar kan? N kat mana N? Tengok arrow. Proses. Beginning N. Nombor 4 ni. Dia kata saturated liquid. Kat sini betul tak saturated liquid? Sini saturated vapor, sini saturated liquid kan? So that's the meaning of the sentence. Of the heat rejection process and the net work input to the cycle is 15 kJ. Apa? 15 kJ ni apa? 15 kJ net work input. Simbol. Kita ada tiga saja. Q in, Q out. Satu lagi apa? W net. W net in for the refrigerator kena W net in dan tak ada W net out. So 15 kJ W net in. Okay. Determine the fraction of the mass of the refrigerant, blah blah blah, and the process. Okay, dia minta apa ni? Mass fraction. Okay. Tengok step dia. Dia cari calculate COPR. COPR easy. You can calculate COPR just based on TH and TL. So you need to identify TH refer to which temperature, TL refer to which temperature, and the value must be in Kelvin. Kita dapat COPR. And based on the general formula for the refrigerator, QL divided by W in kan? Kenapa pakai formula ni? Kenapa pakai QH divided by W in? QH divided by W in is the formula for heat pump. Because this formula involves phase refrigerator. So QL divided by W in. You already calculate COPR. W in already given. So you can determine QL. Betul tak? Sekarang aim dia adalah dia nak manipulate kat sini saturated liquid. Dia nak cari mass fraction. Total mass already given 0.8. So you kena tahu mass flow rate kat sini, mass evaporation apa, mass total dah ada. Ada tahu ini. Okay. So QL formula equal to Q equal to M dot HF. Kenapa HF? Kenapa HF? Kenapa HF? Kita ada HG, kita ada HF. Kenapa HF? Ha? Saturated liquid. Sini, saturated liquid. F, G, F. So that's why formula Q itu M dot multiplied by enthalpy kan. Formula general formula Q equal to M multiplied by enthalpy different. That's how we get this equation. Okay, sekarang kita COL kita. QL kita. Okay, so now we manipulate QL to determine mass fraction. Okay, so now M evaporation kita tahu, QL kita tahu, betul tak? 142 kg. Yang tak tahu adalah yang ni. Sorry, MFG sorry, MFG. Because the temperature enthalpy different kan. Ini evaporation process kat sini. Kita H3 minus H4. H3 sebenarnya Hg. H4 adalah HF. Ya. H3 minus H4 check Hg minus HF kan. Balik bawah tadi. QL kan? Ya. Ada. Ya. Sorry. Evaporation kat sini. Jadi condensation. QL, tadi QL dapat kan? M dot, jadi nak cari H2 minus H1. Betul ke ni? Apa HF? Tengok solution betul tak? Solution betul tak? HFG. Berapa HFG? Okay. Okay, example ni saya kat IP dulu IP dulu. Sebab suppose kalau macam ni okey, SG tolak share. Tapi yang ni, jadi kalau SG kat sini, HF kat sini, saya tengok dia. Nanti saya explain. Saya bagi dalam solution yang okay, sorry ya. Kita tengok example lain. Okay, ni tengok ni. Okay, heat pump is to be used to heat a house during the winter, as shown in the figure. So you ada heat pump, you need to supply the bleed in, ada QH. This QH will use to increase the temperature inside the house. You ada QL. Temperature TL 5 degrees Celsius. Temperature in the house 21 degrees Celsius. Equal to TH. Jadi TL. The house is estimated to be losing heat at a rate of 135,000 kJ per hour. When the outside temperature drops to 95 degrees Celsius, determine the minimum power required to drive the heat pump. Okay, dia minta apa ni? Minimum power, yang ni. Okay, So kalau heat release from the house 135,000, yang ni pun kena sama. Yang ni pun kena sama. Okay tak? So then you nak cari W net in yang minimum, paling minimum. So maximum capability for COP HP, so you kena kira this formula. Temperature TL already given plus 273, TH already given plus 273, you dapat maximum 11.3. Is that? Is that? Betul ni? COP boleh tak? COP boleh tak? Yeah? Lepas tu you go back to the general formula because you want to determine W in. QH ada tak QH? Dah ada kan? COP HP dah dapat untuk the best performance. You akan dapat W in. Senang. So this is the minimum minimum W in for the heat pump. 3.32 kilowatt. Okay, satu. You kena bezakan. Kenapa dia tanya minimum power? Kenapa dia tanya maximum power? Kalau untuk heat engine, dia akan tanya maximum power output. Kalau untuk heat engine, lagi banyak W out, lagi bagus. Betul tak? So the maximum power output that obtained from Carnot cycle, yang itu adalah maximum capability. But the best performance for heat pump for refrigerator, dia kena bagi minimum W in. Betul tak? Kalau you bagi minimum W in lagi bagus, performance lagi bagus. Kalau you bagi banyak W in tak bagus sebab dia kena supply more electricity. That's why dia tanya minimum power required. Minimum power input. Kalau output maximum, kalau input kena minimum. So minimum you dapat daripada sini. COP HP and also COP R kalau orang tu. So dia tanya minimum sebab tu minimum. Nanti komputer aku tak tanya maksimum. Heat engine maximum, best performance W net out mesti maximum. For refrigerator and also heat pump, W out. Ini W in. Best performance for the compressor inside the refrigerator or heat pump, W in must be minimum. Ini best performance. Okay. Sebab refrigerator, heat pump dia pakai compressor. Yang ni you ada hasilkan rotational movement of the shaft and so on untuk heat engine. So in term of question, dia akan tanya ini maximum, dia tak akan tanya minimum work output for heat engine. Dia akan tanya maximum maximum power output, ataupun maximum work output. For regulator, heat pump dia akan tanya minimum W in, power input, atau minimum work input. Okay, boleh tak? So dia akan dapat maximum, minimum, yang ni daripada COP HE, thermal efficiency for the heat pump. And you can obtain the minimum from COP R ataupun COP. Tidak? Boleh tidak? Habis. Cuma yang ni start kat sini dulu Yang ni saya cover balik. Yang ni saya cover balik Yang salah tak? Tak ada. Okay, sekarang in terms of preparation for final, saya bagi tahu. Satu, ni chapter masuk. Tak salah, saya tengok aja. Ni belum detail lagi. Detail mungkin kalau hint mungkin minggu depan 2 minggu akan datang. Kelas akhir. Cuma chapter yang masuk 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Example question untuk final saya tak ada. Kan? So you study, you kena boleh buat semua soalan tutorial. Yang kena boleh buat paling kurang. Dan juga plus example dalam lecture note. Jangan study macam study biologi. Dia ada skema, baca. Oh, faham. Okey. Ni senang ni. Ambil kertas, tutup solution, kira paling kurang. Lagi canggih, lagi bagus, you cari soalan lain. Kan? Betul tak? Ini paling kurang. Yang problem kamu kalau calculation involve fee COPR, ini saya rasa okey, sebab formula dah ada. COPR kan, thermal efficiency, formula senang. Kan? Betul tak? So skill yang kamu kena ada, able to draw schematic diagram, kemudian use suitable equation. Equation tak susah. Use suitable equation. Tak salah COPR ke? Tengoklah soalan ni. Yang masalah kamu adalah yang ni. Yang ni, contohnya macam ni. You punya masalah yang ni. Table water R134A gas, ideal gas. So yang ni nanti akan ada juga dalam how to implement the table, how to extract the RP value from table, from chapter number 2. Walaupun chapter number 2 tak masuk, but the application of chapter number 2 in terms of tables, you need to know. Kita kalau you dah score lah. Tapi kalau you tak ada score, you make sure you punya carry mark 60%. Kan? Maximum 60% kan? Dapat 50. Kemudian final kamu jawab satu soalan je, dapat D. Nak D ke nak A? Nak A, you buatlah apa saya cakap. Solution jangan tinggal, jangan letak jawapan saja. Solution kena ada. Jangan kata saya tahu, memang saya tahu skema, tapi you kena tulis. Jangan kata, oh lecturer tak tahu. Macam tu. Saya tulis jawapan saja, tak boleh. You kena tulis solution.